Mrs. Glover.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to ask the Minister for Enterprise if there will be enough marshals for the TT this year.
Will Mr. French first reply?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the Honourable Member for his question. The short answer is yes. Registrations for marshalling for the 2022 Isle ACT will be open this week. The City Marshals Association will be able to provide the Department with more clarity on numbers once marshals have signed on and registered for specific qualifying and race sessions, which they'll be able to do at the beginning of next month. However, it's accurate to say that thanks to the excellent, significantly improved training programs that will ultimately see almost 3 times as many marshals fully trained than in previous years, the race organisation is confident that there will be more than enough marshals for this year's TT. Thank you.
Next question, Mr. Glover.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the Minister for his reply and confidence in that reply as well. The training sessions, though, are the majority of which are going to be new marshals and less experienced marshals. The concern, I think, that's being raised and has been well documented outside of here is the ongoing situation with a number of experienced marshals who say they're not going to continue. Is he confident that they will have enough experienced marshals to lead the marshals team, the Orange Arm? Thank you.
Mrs. Reply.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking all marshals, past, present and future, for the excellent work they put in to actually being a core of the Ironman TT. And the Ironman TT is extremely important to our island, both in terms of our culture, our government, but also ultimately our future. And it has saddened me that some marshals feel that they're unable to take up previous roles. We've had 2 years, and during those 2 years, obviously there's been a degree of anxiety of whether the TT will come back. And what I'd like to reassure those marshals is that they are welcome to come back, they are welcome to take part in the TT, and I hope many of them will do so. In terms of this specific question about training and experience, the incident management courses that have been set up both here and across provide excellent training to allow those marshals who've either worked in the past on the TT course or who are new to the course to gain those valuable skills. And we hope by this start of the TT to have trained a total of 1,120 marshals, which is up from 750 from previous years. So we will have that experience, but again, in the past, when we've looked at the makeup of marshals, the majority do tend to come from across, and it would be nice to see more people on the Isle of Man taking up the role of marshals at TT, particularly honourable members. We've had honourable members in the past taking part. It's a fantastic way of both contributing to one of the world's greatest sporting events, but also playing a part in a community that supports the most racing on our island. Thank you.
Question, Mrs. Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Is the Minister concerned that if the current levels of COVID cases on the island and elsewhere don't decrease by TT, that this may impact on people who had planned to marshal? And what precautions will the marshals be taking during the event to reduce COVID transmission? For example, will the marshals be expected not to marshal if they test positive? So will there be a backup marshals to support the event? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mrs. Reply.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Again, the TT is an outdoor event, so the risk of COVID for those involved is fairly minimal. Obviously, we will be looking at areas where people congregate, particularly around pit lanes, for competitors and staff alike, to make sure this is run effectively and with the best guidance from the Public Health Department. In terms of the question about whether this might influence the number of marshals available, there's always that slight possibility that people may not be able to travel over to the island, which again is why the City Marshals Association will be opening up on-island training in terms of the incident management courses. For those people who want to take part in the TT as marshals, perhaps for the first time, there are 2 online courses which allow them to then take up the role and register for the practice sessions and races, and then they can build on that by taking 3 courses in terms of the incident management course, which actually gives them some more skills to actually enhance both what they can put in to the TT races, but also ultimately what they can get out of them. Thank you.
The supplementary question, Mrs. Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I agree with the Minister that marshalling, as it takes place outside, in itself will have no risk. But we all know that our marshals do like to go out and enjoy themselves and be in higher risk areas. So I do ask the question again, will marshals not be expected to marshal if they test positive? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
To reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think in terms of what happens at the end of this month as we adopt the more endemic phase of dealing with COVID-19, there will be a whole range of advice coming out from the Public Health Directorate in terms of what people should do if they're positive. Now, at the moment, you're quite right. If people test positive for COVID, they're asked to stay at home and continue testing until they're negative. And those schemes will continue to evolve, and that will involve everyone, both in the public and private sector. Thank you.
Turn to question